is Bill for Sparky Channel, and today I'd like to introduce you to a brand new multi-plier by Southwire Tools. And this is a 7-in-1 multi-use plier. And so the first one, the one that's really awesome, that impresses me, is the shearing cutters right here. They look very powerful. We'll test them out in a little bit. I wish they could open up farther so you could get bigger items in there, because I'm sure that it could cut bigger items if it would just open up a little farther. And then the next multi-tool is the strippers. We got 10, 12, and 14 solid, which would mean 12, 14, and 16 stranded. So you only got 3 strippers, but those are the main sizes you need in household wiring. It's got the bolt grabbers right here. You see it's got a thing for grabbing round items right there. Okay, bolt grabbers. And then it's got the needle nose pliers right here. It's got some very nice knurling on the pliers ends, and they come to a fairly good point here for needle nose usage. There's a crimper. Looks like a nice crimper. We'll try that one out in a little bit. Then we have the screw cutters, 632 and 832. And then they say this is a reamer. And this is a good 1-inch reamer. See, it's got an area here that would act as a good reamer for 1-inch conduit. It's no good for 1/2-inch conduit reaming. Look how nice and smooth that is. 3/4 conduit reaming is kind of iffy. 1-inch conduit reaming would be good. So we got needle nose, bolt pliers, we got strippers, we got a really nice shearing cutter right here. We've got the screw cutters, and we've got the crimper. And you can call it a reamer if you want. The tool is 8.5 inches long, and it weighs 11.85 ounces. The tool has lanyard holes for safety when working at heights. Let's see what this multi-tool can do. Here I'm stripping the jacket off of a 14 2-width ground cable, and here I'm taking the multi-tool and strip that 14 2-width ground, no problem. I already put a loop on it, and here I'm putting a loop on the bare ground wire, and we'll put it right in the 14 gauge slot. Boy, it's really nicely machined. Those are nice slots. They fit the 14 gauge very well. And there we go, that's done. Okay, now I'm stripping the jacket off of 12 2-width ground Romex, and I'm going to take the paper off. And here we go. Here's the 7-in-1 multi-tool. Oh boy, it just strips that right off. And there's a loop there. And here's the bare ground wire. And they got the loop on there. And now we'll strip the white neutral wire and put a loop on it. And there you go. Okay, this is 10 3-width ground cable. It's a round cable, so I'm using a Jokari cable splitter and just pull it right off. That's a real nice way to get the sheathing off of a round cable. Okay, so this is 10 gauge wire, so let's put it on the 10 gauge setting, and there it goes. The 7-in-1 tool just strips it right off. Okay, it's right off of the white neutral wire, and here's the black hot wire, and now we're all ready to set up a 220 appliance. Okay, this is 14 gauge. We're doing the snipping test. It snips very well. It cuts the 14 2-width ground cable really good. Okay, this is 12 2-width ground. Doing the snipping test. It worked great. And here we're cutting the whole cable. It cuts it like butter. This 12 2-width ground cable. It cuts it like butter. All right, so here's some 10 gauge wire. We're going to snip it. It works great. It works great. Oh, here's the whole cable. Oh, it took a little pressure there, but we got it. In conclusion, this is a really nice tool. The cutters are awesome. Those shearing cutters are something else. And the strippers are properly machined. They fit just right. They easily strip that insulation. But this is the company that makes Romex, so you got to expect they're going to make the stripping holes fit just right, and they do. I like the grabbers. on the front, although they make it pretty long. It's a pretty long, bulky tool. The front needle nose are nice to make loops with. It would be nice to have a looper, though, if they could fit one on there somehow. The lanyard holes are a smart idea. That's a safety issue that's really become important. The crimpers work great. The spring is, well, maybe you like the spring and maybe you don't. The latch, I hate the latch. I don't want a latch. But for people who like latches, there's one there. If they're going to put a latch on the tool, I'd like them to keep it out of the way of my right thumb. My right thumb and latches don't go together very well. The handles are nice and comfortable, and the overall feel of the pliers are that it's a heavy-duty set of pliers. This tool is made in China. It's $33. Last I checked on Amazon. Not a bad price. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. I'll put a link in my video description for this tool, and I'll put a link for the Southwire pliers with the sheathing strippers. Those are the best sheathing strippers I've ever used. You gotta kind of expect that because they're made by Southwire, the people that make Romex, and you gotta think they're gonna make them to fit really well, and they do. So I'll put a link for the sheathing strippers, and I'll put a link for the Jacari sheathing stripper for round cables that I used in the video as well. Thanks. I hope this video was helpful.